Travis Wayne Goodsill, The Dark Side of Mormonism. Mormons in the church only believe in faith-promoting experiences so that they don't dwell on the dark side of Mormonism. And unfortunately, what Mormons don't understand is that my videos deal with the dark side of Mormonism. And what do I get for it? Mormons who reveal their dark side, who attack, ad hominems, abuses, bullying. That's the dark side of Mormonism. But yet we, as Mormons, send out missionaries to continue to find those who don't know about the dark side of Mormonism. Because those who do find out about the dark side of Mormonism don't want anything to do with the church. And so, as missionaries, we call those, not interested, hostiles, anti-Mormon, evil. And it's just horrifying in the sense that Mormons think that they can just move on. We'll just move to the next person. You know, they don't want to hear. They're going to be cursed for all eternity. That's their agency. And Mormons don't stop and think, wait a minute. No, they found out the dark side of Mormonism. Why are you shaming them? Why are you trying to turn it around to justify living in the church with the dark side of Mormonism? The dark side of Mormonism is being used generally here because all Mormons know about a dark side of Mormonism, maybe even more than one. You don't know the deepest of the dark. I'll give you a hint. It's carved in stone on the Salt Lake Temple, Nauvoo Temple, Logan Temple, Seagull Gate. Although I think it's more molded on the Seagull Gate. Isn't that metal? The Eagle Gate. Oh, man, I still keep messing up. Eagle Gate. That should show you or help you with an understanding of the depths of the dark side of Mormonism. And so we go around telling others about the church, and we put on our happy face. Hi, we're deceiving you. The church is awesome. Join. And we don't tell them, oh yeah, well you got to pay tithing now. What? What do you mean I got to pay tithing? Well, it shows your love for God. God doesn't get this money. See, the dark side of Mormonism. And Mormons are oblivious because they literally go into shock and put a shell of denial and unbelief to protect themselves. The shield of unbelief. If I do not hear it, if I do not speak it, if I do not write it, if I do not sign it, if I do not smell it, if I do not hear it, it doesn't exist. And so Mormons insist on shunning people like me because this isn't faith promoting as they believe. Only faith promoting is positive, good stuff. It doesn't deal with the dark side. Only faith promoting is light and truth. So we're anti-science, which is the pursuit of truth. The dark side of Mormonism. We have missionaries that would rather travel the world and spread the gospel than get married to the guy that just returned from his mission and believes that the Holy Ghost told him that you're the one, and then you throw it back in his face. If I am the one, you'll be here when I get back from my mission to Spain. It's not about seeing Spain and getting out of Utah. It's about serving the Lord. And I cried. Therefore it's the Spirit. And so, yes, it seemed like the majority of the women who went on the Spanish mission in 1989 appeared to me as if they were incredibly drop-dead gorgeous. And I kept thinking, why? Didn't any guy want them? What's wrong with them? Is there a malfunction that other guys know that I don't know? Come to find out, yes. Yes, there is. They got attitudes because of their looks. So that's why the poor girls, they're the ones to pursue. Because they're humble. They don't realize they're drop-dead gorgeous. So they're desperate. They'll go for any guy that gives them attention. See the dark side of Mormonism. So yeah, the singles wards. I mean, it just keeps piling up with singles after singles after singles. The older singles ward are those who were failed marriages. So they're looking for somebody else to fill the void that the first failed marriage provided. And so the girls in the younger singles ward, they want nothing to do with divorced guys. Oh, you guys are wicked. Yeah, there's something wrong with you if you're divorced. And then they want to pursue a general authority material type of guy. And then they'll know him when they meet him. But in the older singles ward, they insist that you marry them. I don't see a ring on my finger. You can't talk to me. And they lower their standards. As long as he's got the priesthood. As long as he's got a job. The dark side of Mormonism. They don't want you to pursue finding out about church history. They don't want you to pursue a translation of the Book of Abraham. They don't want you to find out if the church is true. And so they mask it by saying, well, you just read, ponder, and pray, and if you get a good feeling, hey, you're in. If you didn't get a good feeling, well, come on, you got to keep praying. You got to keep reading, pondering, and praying until you get that feeling. Until you get that feeling, you're not doing it right. You're not doing it hard enough, long enough, whatever. You're the one to blame. They don't want you to know the truth. And even the gospel topic essays, which, as I told you, I'm responsible for. You're welcome, ex-Mormons. They thought they needed to put something out there to counter the information that I knew. And they assumed that if I found out, others will find out. So they wanted to get ahead of it. And oops, 11 million Mormon exodus. Oops. So you're welcome, ex-Mormons. yeah, the dark side of Mormonism. They don't want you to know about the succession crisis. They put Joseph Smith this, Joseph Smith that, Joseph Smith this, and they lie about Joseph Smith. They even cover up the lie about Joseph Smith and say, oh, you're attacking our religious beliefs. How dare you? Joseph Smith was a good man. He was falsely accused, killed by the mob. See, they distance themselves from what really happened. They get people on Wikipedia to spread the lies and misinformation and lacking of information. They don't want you to know. But they don't understand. People out in the world who have the missionaries come to their doors, they're going to want to know about Mormonism, because the Mormon missionaries specifically limit what they talk about. Hey, we believe in God. Hey, Jesus Christ. See that on our name tag? We're Christian. And then they end up in the church, and then they're told, hey, there's now temple worship and rituals. Isn't it awesome? I'm starting to get a little warm in this boiling water. We're not treating you like a frog. No, not at all. So I just... dark side of Mormonism. I mean, Mormons don't want their own members to do research on their own church. And so you have It's Me, Jessie, and I don't think she's done video for a while. Hope she's okay with the coronavirus. But she did her YouTube channel based upon the missionaries came to see me, and so I'm doing videos about what I've found about the LDS Church. And of course Mormons are upset with her. Oh, you're attacking our religion. You're spreading lies. She's an investigator, guys. And so, yeah, the abuse of Mormons, the information she's found, she wants nothing to do with the church. I mean, she was curious. She was fascinated about, oh, wow, Sidney Rigdon wrote the Book of Mormon? I want to know more about that. So I send her the information, and she doesn't really want that information. She was looking for something scandalous. I thought saving the United States from a coup d'etat would be pretty scandalous. But nope. No, the Smiths have to be demons. They can't be the good guys in the story. And that's what Mormons don't get. I'm Mormon, born and raised, and when I found out the church isn't true, Mormons don't think. Travis is saying the Smiths were involved in saving the United States. What the hell is that all about? He's anti-Mormon. It's because you don't do your research. And I know, yes. I mean, it's bad enough that your father chops off your arm and tells you that he's your father. You scream, no! You're part of the empire. You're trying to kill us, rebellion. It's not true. Well, if you won't join, maybe your sister will. No! Do your genealogy, son. And so, the dark side of Mormonism. It's traumatic to be hated by your own when you come out and say, hey, the founder was awesome. The real history of the church is mind-blowing. It's better than any movie. Dan Brown should have covered it. Dan Brown didn't do his research. But yeah, it means that the current church is false. And it's got a dark side. Alrighty, I gotta get going on my day. Gotta upload the other video and then this one and get the Tabernacle Choir for Russ and all that. And then I don't want to do videos on conference, but they make me so angry because I know that it's double speak. They use the fluffy faith-promoting words, but they know they've brainwashed Mormons to have different thoughts on what it means. When they say go to the temple, it means pay your tithing. When they say go on a mission, it means recruit others to pay tithing. Do your genealogy work so that you can then do the ordinances in the temple for your kindred dead and thus pay your tithing. You know, you're unworthy if you don't pay tithing, but you're in good standing if you don't bother to pay a fast, let alone a generous fast. The fast is for the poor, not tithing, as Malachi says it's supposed to be for. And you don't get punished for neglecting the poor. Go to Ezekiel. Let me see if I can find it here real quick. Sin, sister, Sodom. Behold, this was the iniquity of thy sister Sodom. Ezekiel 16. Pride, fullness of bread, abundance of idleness was in her, and in her daughters. Neither did she strengthen the hand of the poor and needy. That's why they were destroyed. They were haughty. They committed abomination before me. No, that's not homosexuality, David Gaunt. The abomination is neglecting the poor. It's in the context. Therefore, I took them away as I saw good. That's the abomination. Neglecting the poor. They were filthy rich, but they neglected the poor, and thus they were destroyed. So, pay attention, guys. Don't neglect the people. Don't neglect the poor. When the church is filthy rich, we're talking trillions, guys. And they only claim, oh yeah, we give 40 million. Oh, we got LDS Charities that gives 2 billion. Yeah, none of that money comes from the church. It's all donations. That's the deception. Don't let them deceive you. That's the dark side of Mormonism.